Today is an inauguration, a time through ceremony where we mark the beginning of a project. But like many efforts to launch, it belies the years and often Herculean efforts of many people who have collectively believed enough in this vision to bring it into reality. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Barry Williams, and I serve as the Vice President of the Armory Foundation. And I'm delighted to welcome you to the official inauguration of the Pikesville Armory project. And that's through the course of thousands of hours of intentional thinking, imagining, planning, partnering, soliciting, we are here today to break ground on what has become a cause of a community, an intergenerational community hub servicing the northwest area of Baltimore County and city. Once completed, it will be a true destination point. It is also a day for expressing gratitudes to the many workers, partners, and fellow visionaries. It really does take the whole village to pull off something of this magnitude. This morning, you will hear from partners and some of the key people behind this effort. There are others whom, although they will not be speaking, have been just as important to this endeavor. I would like to recognize a few of the dignitaries who are with us today. And as I call your name, if you would be so kind to stand, if you can stand. Governor Wes Moore. Senator Ben Cardin. Congressman Dutch Rupersberger. Speaker of the House Adrian Jones. County Executive Johnny Olszewski. Senator Shelley Heddleman. Delegates John Cardin, Cheryl Pastor, Speaker Pro Tem Dana Stein. Council Chair Izzy Patoka. Councilman Julian Jones. Comptroller Brooke Learman. Delegate Dalia Attar. Councilman Yitzi Schleitzer. Senator Ben Brooks. Dr. Miriam Rogers. Chief Rob McCullough. We are also fortunate to have a few of our veterans with us today. And if you are a veteran and are able to stand, please stand and be recognized. Veterans, stand up. And folks, thank you for your service. The board of the Pikesville Armory Foundation and staff, please stand and be recognized. Seawall is our developer along with Onyx. I would like to recognize from Seawall, Thibaut Mannequin, Peter DiPrincio, Kirsten Lester, and Katie Marshall. And representing Onyx is Ryan Hargrave. It has been a pleasure working with these professionals and their teams. We would also like to thank Classic Caterers for their contributions to this morning. A few housekeeping chores. The only usable bathroom is not in this building. It is in, however, the NCO building, which is a building just across the way, and it does have heat. So if you need to use the facilities, please go there, and someone is there to assist you in the direction of that. After the speakers have spoken, we will do the ceremonial turning over of soil. Because we have so many individuals taking part, and to be inclusive in the photos, we are having 3 shifts. I will call out those in shifts 1, 2, and 3. Please do not stand and go outside until I have asked you to do so. I will call out at the end of the speakers the first shift and who are the components of that first shift. Now, we have our speakers first on the list. And as I was driving over here, I thought, you know, I'm really glad I'm in a blue state. And there are a whole lot of reasons behind that, including our governor, Governor Westmore.
Good morning. Good morning, Ravens Nation. How's everybody doing? This is a great day. It's a great day for Baltimore, great day for the Baltimore region, and it's a great day for the state of Maryland. And it's an important day because this is a tribute to a lot of hard work. And you think about the people who are here today who made this happen. Because things do not happen, things are actually made to happen. And you look at the coordination that was necessary in order for this to take place. The coordination of elected officials, the coordination of the private sector, the coordination of nonprofits, the coordination of our veterans community, the coordination of everyday citizens in order to make a day like today happen. And when we talk about what it is to be able to grow and build, when we talk about what it is to be able to have a region, that this is not the time, you know, I know oftentimes people are, think about the things that need to change within Baltimore and the Baltimore region, and I just want to be clear. Gone are the days when we blame the Baltimore region for our deficiencies. Now are the days when we talk about the Baltimore region as the source of our greatness. And that's what this transformation of the Pikesville Armory is all about. Because it did take a village to get here. And I think about the amount of conversations, the amount of work, the amount of time. I think about this remarkable federal delegation who continue to make it a priority. And Senator Cardin, it is a joy to be with you, as well as you, Congressperson Ruppersberger. This does not happen unless you get the federal delegation leadership that we have, and we are grateful and thankful for all you continue to provide for us. It does not happen unless you have the county leadership and county exec. You have pushed and made sure the state a priority. You and the entire county council, Mr. President, President Potoka, we want to say thank you to you all. This does not happen without your leadership, and we are grateful and thankful. When we think about this remarkable delegation that we have here in the county, Senator Hedelman, I think this was the first conversation that we had was about the Armory. And I think every conversation we've had since has been about the Armory. But having that level of focus and diligence on this moment, it matters. And to you and the entire delegation who ensured that this was going to be a priority, who ensures we're going to get this done, and one day we'll get insulation in here so it'll be warm as well, I want to say thank you for everything you continue to do. Bless you. And I know they're acknowledged earlier, but Ryan Hargrave and Tebow Mannequin, just absolutely spectacular. Thank you for your friendship, thank you for your vision, and thank you for bringing something to bear that we know is long overdue. We're excited to work with you, and we're grateful for your leadership to make this work. And we could go on thanking collections of people, but there's one group that I do want to spend a moment just to say thank you to. And that's to our veterans. That's to the people who have served as the primary motivation behind making today happen. You know, I remember when I first deployed to Afghanistan with the 82nd Airborne Division, I started hearing this idea that somehow our veterans, when we came back home, this perception that we were somehow robotic in the way that we thought about things. It was like, you know, yes, sir, yes, you know, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, how high should I jump, ma'am? Without understanding the level of ingenuity, without understanding the level of creativity, without understanding the level of entrepreneurship, without understanding and appreciating the level of thoughtfulness that our veterans continue to bring to this work and bring to our society. And we have collections of proof of that here in the state of Maryland, and that includes someone like David Ginsburg. And David is not just a veteran of the 110th Field Artillery, or as in the Army you call it, the King of Battle, and a member of the Maryland National Guard, but also, and he's not just a commander of Post 110 of the 29th Division Association. He's one of the first people that saw the potential that the Pikesville Armory could have. He's one of the first people that saw the potential and the understanding of what this could mean for our entire community. He had a vision, and that vision has built a remarkable legacy. It's a legacy of the children that will benefit from the new sports and arts and education opportunities that this place will provide. It's a legacy of the veterans who will benefit from the programs specifically designed to help those who are coming back home and their family members who need and deserve and have earned our support. It's a legacy of partnership forged amongst Maryland's leaders. And I'm proud that the state has contributed $8 million to this project through bonds and grants in just the last 4 years. It's the legacy of a region. It's the legacy of a city. It's a legacy of a place that is going to take its rightful place as one of America's best. Because this group is going to will it so. This is the time that we're going to get this right. And this place and this space will help to lead its charge. I could not be more excited about this. I could not be more excited about this neighborhood. I could not be more excited about now. I could not be more thankful for our veterans and everyone who made it happen. This is going to be Maryland's decade because it is going to be Baltimore's time. Thank you so much, and we appreciate all you continue to do.
Thank you, Governor. Always. Ladies and gentlemen, our senior senator, Senator Ben Cardin.
Barry, thank you very much. Barry Williams and the work that he's doing here, it's incredible. We appreciate it very much. Governor, David Ginsburg gave us a little tour, and I saw his enthusiasm for what this armory meant in military history. And it underscores a lot about what this community has given in the defense of our country through those who have served in our military. You know, Maryland, Baltimore is just recognized by the New York Times as one of the top cities in the world to visit. Congratulations to our community. And what's being done here at the Pikesville Armory is just going to make it more attractive to visit, because people will come here to learn what this armory meant to defense of our nation. In Maryland, we're proud of our service during the Revolutionary War, the War of 1812, World War I and II, what this armory meant, and our governor who served in Afghanistan. This is an incredibly important part of the defense of our nation, and that story will be told here at the Pikesville Armory. So I just really want to underscore and give my thanks to all that are here that served our nation, defending our freedom. These are extremely dangerous times in the world today. And we cannot thank those who volunteer to defend our freedom. So thank you to all of those who are serving and all the veterans who have served our nation. And to Shelley Moorheim, my neighbor, I tell you, when she gets behind something, you might as well just concede and go along with her right away, because you know she's going to get her way. And I know that Sue Needles here, I want to mention Howard Needle, who's not with us, because he was, from the beginning, was part of the effort, who had a vision in regards to the Pikesville Armory. And I must tell you, we heard, it's going to be a reality. Congratulations, you made it work. It's just an incredible effort. And yes, Governor, you're absolutely right. We couldn't do it without the private sector commitments, but also our partnerships with government. And I just want to mention the federal government for one moment. I appreciate your thoughts about our congressional delegation. As the senior senator, it's my responsibility to try to keep us all working together. I couldn't be prouder of my colleagues that serve with me at the federal level. But you see, in FY22, we were able to reconstitute and reinstate what's known as congressional directed funds, better known as earmarks. And I tell you, it was really difficult to get it started, but it was also difficult to be able to get significant earmarks done. And Shelley beat me up to say, you know, make sure Pikesville's part of that. And it was the right thing to do. And we worked together as a team. I want to acknowledge Chris Van Hollen, my partner. The two of us worked together on every single earmark so we can get more from Maryland, Governor. And I want to acknowledge Dutch Ruppersberger and John Sarbanes, who worked together, the four of us, to make that a reality. Dutch serves on the Appropriations Committee, and so does Chris Van Hollen, and that's very helpful to us on all of these issues. So, Team Maryland, we are proud. And Johnny Olszewski can't do it without the county and your council people, and to the state of Maryland and Shelley and all those that are involved. It really is Team Maryland. Governor mentions it frequently about Team Maryland, but when you work together, you get things done. And that's what we're able to do working together. So Pikesville is a great community. It's my neighborhood. I live here. I'm proud of this community. It's had a great history, but guess what? It has a great future because of the investments we're making. People ask, what am I going to do when I'm no longer a United States Senator? Well, I heard you have pickleball courts here. I might be... My daughter thinks I could be an instructor in pickleball. So there's life after elected office, and there's going to be a lot of good things that are going to happen here in this community. It's going to be a bright future, and I'm proud to represent you in the United States Senate. Congratulations to all.
Thank you, Senator. I also want to recognize Delegate Alethea McCaskill is here. One of my all-time favorites is the person who is standing to my right, has always carried Baltimore County in his heart. Our Congressman, Dutch Ruppersberger.
Thank you. I mean that too. Well, thank you very much. Well, look, it's great to be what I call home, and that's Baltimore County and the Baltimore region. And we're really excited about this project. First thing, we have the support of the local, the state, and the federal government. And we're coming together as a team. You know, I played a lot of sports in my day. That's why I'm limping around right now and those type of things. But, you know, when you come together as a team, you make a difference. And I think right now, we have one of the best teams that I've seen and observed since I've been in politics. But you know what? I started in local government, and that's where the rubber meets the road. That's where you deal with all of the issues that the individuals who you represent really care about. You might not get as much credit as a U.S. Senator. Ben, you've done a great job. But, you know, you really, really learn how to deal and help and make a difference in our communities, and that makes such a difference. I want to really talk about how we got where we got. You know, for a long while, we couldn't get earmarks, and earmarks were not a bad thing. A lot of people made them a bad thing, but they were not a bad thing. And we were able through earmarks to get projects like this started. Now, unfortunately, as far as this project is concerned, along with our two senators and John Sarbanes, we were able to get $10 million, and the Republicans cut it to $800,000 or $850,000. But we didn't stop there, and we're not going to stop there. And then we have the state, and the governor just told you how much they committed. What was it, 10 million at least? And then local government, and it's going to keep going. I'm kind of excited. You know, I hate to say it, but I am getting older. And a new generation is starting to take over, right, Ben? And because I'm going to have to start looking for things in the next 20 years to start hanging out when I get 20 years from now. Now, it's going to be shorter time than that, to be honest with you. But, you know, this is one of the most exciting projects starting in local government. I grew up in Baltimore, homegrown. My family's been here since the 1700s. And this was a great place to be, a great place to go get a corned beef sandwich or a good breakfast in the morning at the Sinclair House. And you know, the memories are great here. And then we had some problems all over the county and the city and the country. But this is going to be a huge difference for this community. And it's for younger generation. It's for the middle generation. It's for working people. It's for senior citizens all coming together. And I want to thank everyone who's so involved and energized in this. Stuart Ginsburg. Stuart, where are you? Stuart. David. David, where are you? Oh, okay. I can't see with the lights. Oh, there he is. It takes a leader to make something like this happen. And this individual who I just met today, basically, I might have seen him along the way. You see so many people in politics. And David is that leader, just like our governor's that leader. And we want to thank him for taking so much, being so much involved. And it's, in my opinion, going to be one of the most exciting projects we're going to have in our area. So thank you. I want to thank you personally for all you've done and the team you put together, you know, to make a difference. Shelley. Shelley Hedelman. No, it's not. Got it wrong again. Shelley Moorheim. You know, her husband happened to be a member of the Maryland House of Delegates, and he's retired right now. Shelley, you have been focused. You're a great community leader. You've supported your husband, and we thank you because you're a major part of this too. So you're making a difference. And then he's getting a lot of recognition today, but he couldn't have done it without Barry either. And Barry, we want to thank you for pulling everybody together. Who's your sister?
Somebody, maybe Adrian.
Adrian
Jones,
she,
maybe?
good lady?
I think she is.
Okay. You know, you go back, and if you've been around as long as I have, this is memory time. And Adrian worked with me in Baltimore County, and then in politics, and we're really proud of her to be where she is. She's got a big job. And Adrian, wherever you are, again, I can't see with the light, thank you for all you've done. But it's good to see you back home, and you're back home. Ben, one of the best that I've served with in politics, and that says a lot. You're a good man, you make a difference, you're smart, and you're one of these people that everybody likes. And we're going to miss you, but you're going to be a role model for many people that are coming up. So thank you for all you've done, and you and Chris have been a good team. Now, Johnny Olszewski, you county executive. What kind of job is that? Huh? You like the job? Yeah, you do? Okay, well, that's good. And you've done a great job. You've done a great job, John, and we really want to thank you. You know, we're not supposed to stand up here and just keep talking and boring and whatever. But there's a state senator in this district, Shelley. Senator, you like it better than the House? What do you think? Don't answer that. And then you've got your delegates. The delegates are, now there's a Cardin around there somewhere. There's a Dana Stein out there. And the new delegate is Cheryl Pastor. Pastor. Good. I got it. Okay. First time I've introduced you, but I'm glad you're here and that you're making a difference. I'm going to close now, other than to say it's great to have a good community district, a good community project, starting from local government all the way through, working as a team, and helping all Americans, all Baltimoreans, all people who live in Baltimore County to take a community that's had so much to offer and even make it better and better and better. So thank you for having us here today. It's going to be a great, great project, and we're happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Dutch. And rounding out the 11th team is Speaker Pro Tem Dana Stein. And I think the lights are kind of in my eyes, but I think Delegate Sandy Rosenberg is also here. Yeah, yeah. How very fitting, a former county executive, then the current county executive comes in, following in that way. Our current county executive, Johnny Olszewski.
Happy Purple Monday, Baltimore County. What an exciting time to come together with all of you to celebrate this momentous occasion in our county's history, in the state's history, and in Pikesville's history. I want to just say it is an honor, Dutch. I do love my job, and it's an honor to follow in the footsteps of people who have done such incredible work. So thank you so much, and thank you to all the partners. In this moment, we are standing in hallowed ground. There's an incredible history of service that this armory represents to not just our county and state, but to our country. And so please accept, on behalf of Baltimore County as well, I want to echo the governor's remarks and extend our sincere appreciation to all who have sacrificed for the benefit of us. So thank you, veterans. This is an exciting day, and it's exciting because it is a chance where we see what those partnerships mean. When you have leaders at all levels of government, when you have the governor putting money in the budget, and Governor, thank you for the funding this year, when you have the Shelleys pushing to make sure that these projects are happening with such an incredible supporting cast with the foundation, when you have agencies like DGS working with our Department of Planning and Steve Lafferty and Rec and Parks and all the agencies who are at the table to make this happen, it will be transformational what's going to happen to this site. And when you think about the future of Pikesville, and you think about the future of this site, it will only happen with that sustained partnership. So to all of our state delegation led by the impeccable Speaker of the House, Adrian Jones, to Chairman Patoka, Councilman Jones, the entire county council, to our federal delegation who understand that we need to invest in all of our communities in greater Baltimore so that we are greater, it is happening. And so we're excited to work with our partners in government, in the foundation world. We're excited to bring in Seawall and Onyx Development to deploy over $15 million already in state, local, and federal funding We were thrilled to be a partner in facilitating the transfer. We're thrilled to have an Armory Foundation who believes in the future of this site. Senator, I will join you for lessons. I just started playing pickleball, so I'm looking forward to all of the amenities here, whether it's those pickleball courts, the educational areas, community spaces, cafe, 10 acres of green space, and state-of-the-art displays for public art, honoring the incredible history here. We look forward to breaking ground shortly. We look forward to continuing the work with all of you, and we look forward to a bright future here at the Armory and beyond. God bless.
On? Okay. Little technical changes. Before I introduce the next speaker, I want to acknowledge a longtime friend, Bridget Smith, from Congressman John Sarbanes' office is here. There she is over there. Our next speaker is someone who is a visionary. She is a leader. She is tenacious, and she is my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, the chair, the president of the Pikesville Armory Foundation, Shelley Morheim.
Good morning, everyone. It's so wonderful to see you all here. This is such an exciting day for Northwest Baltimore, the whole region, city, county, and it's the culmination of many years of effort by a broad range of leaders and grassroots activists who recognized that this was a once-in-a-generation opportunity to transform this historic campus into an intergenerational hub that can serve all segments of our diverse community. The project began with the tireless efforts of Howard Needle and Mel Mintz. It evolved into the Governor's Commission and ultimately became the Pikesville Armory Foundation. I want to recognize the groups that came together 3 years ago to form the Armory Foundation: the Greater Pikesville Recreation Council, the Thousand Friends of Pikesville, the Greater Baltimore Chamber of Commerce, the Boys and Girls Clubs, and of particular note today, the veterans of the Pikesville Military Reservation, representing over 500 of our veterans. The Foundation is proud that the Armory will continue to provide a meeting place for veterans in the Non-Commissioned Officers Club, the NCO Club. That is going to be the first building that is slated for renovation. That's what we're really breaking ground for today, and it will be completed over the next 12 months. You know, while the final plans for the campus are still in the planning stages, and we continue to welcome community input and support and ideas, when the Armory project is complete, it will include, among other resources, as you've heard, indoor and outdoor recreation, performance venues, walking trails, artist studios and rehearsal rooms, cafes, community gathering spaces, educational and youth development programs, and significant public art, both indoors and outside. I wish I could tell you about the impressive contributions of each of the Armory Foundation's board members and staff. I don't have time to do that, but I do want to especially call out the service of today's MC, our amazing multi-talented Vice President, Barry Williams, who brings years of experience in Baltimore County, both in the school system and in county government, and as well as our wonderful treasurer, Jack Greenberg, our executive director, David Ginsberg, and our communications manager, Kristen Zeminski. They form the core of a fantastic team, along with our development partners, Seawall and Onyx. In addition, we owe many thanks to retired Chief Warrant Officer Jim Bonner, who has given over 50 years of service to the Army and to the Maryland National Guard, and has personally kept the NCO Club running for over 4 decades. Jim, thank you. And of course, we want to express our deep gratitude to our elected leaders, federal, state, and county, who have done so much for this project and who we look to for continued support as we move forward. The work before us is monumental still, but I remember a wise saying that I once heard: "A vision without a task is but a dream. A task without a vision is drudgery. But a vision and a task are the hope of the world." It is our hope that the Armory will be a transformational accomplishment and a legacy for the many generations to come in the Baltimore community. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you. Thank you, Shelley. I learned something a long time ago, that I enjoy working with and being around very strong women. Our next speaker is in that same category. Before I give you her name, I will also share with you that she has a recent new title, and that is grandmother. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Shelley Heddleman.
I could not be more thrilled to be standing before you today with the governor, with my former boss, Senator Cardin, County Executive Olszewski, Congressman Rupersberger, Councilman Patoka, and my wonderful District 11 teammates, Delegates John Cardin, Dana Stein, and Cheryl Pasteur, and our amazing community partners, Thousand Friends of Pikesville, and the many, many individuals who have worked so hard to make this day happen. Shelley and David and Kristen and Barry and Mel and Howard. It is through this amazing partnership between the state, the federal government, and the county and the private sector that this project will succeed. Many, many thanks to the governor for putting $5 million in this year's budget, the largest one-time contribution from the state on top of the over $7 million the state has contributed in prior years. And to my colleagues, many of you here today, for supporting this important project in our capital budget. These resources, in addition to those that have come from the federal government, the county, and the private sector, and that will still come, have been so critical in getting this project this far. And it's not just the financial resources that are so important. It is also the enthusiasm and moral support that is so critical, and for that, we thank you. The concept of place is important. We each have our favorite places in the world, spaces that we go to be inspired, to find peace, to learn, to celebrate, to connect with others, and to find and build community. And this space, all of this space, will be developed to do all of those things. And it will do so under the guidance of experienced developers, Onyx and Seawall, inspired by the input and the hopes and dreams of the communities that have had a voice in this visioning process. For this has truly been a grassroots community effort, first via meetings launched by the Governor's Commission, then from 1,000 Friends of Pikesville and a charrette process, and finally by affirmatively going out into the community and reaching to those that had not yet had their voices heard. The inclusion was deliberate, it was very inclusive and equitable. The development of public spaces can have a fundamental impact on the development of community. It is here that our residents will come to learn about the storied history of this site, of the veterans who contributed so much to the safety and security of this nation in our world wars when this space was used as an armory. And it is here that our young people will come to compete, to learn, whether it's on a field or in a kitchen space. They will find others who are like-minded, and they will create. Whether it's on a team or in a class, they will grow. And in doing so, they will become connected to one another and to this community that will surround them with opportunity, with safe space, and with promise. the promise that they can become adults here who have something to give of themselves and to give back to the community. It is here where community will come together to listen to music, to hear speakers, to make art, to celebrate and to enjoy one another in a safe, green, and beautiful outdoor setting and indoor settings where people from the city, just down the road a piece, and the county, where people from all walks of Maryland and elsewhere will come, because it will be inviting and interesting, and it will be an important space that people will want to come and see and to experience. I am so grateful to represent this community. Like Senator Cardin, it's my home too. I live in this neighborhood. And to have fought for this project along with my colleagues and to have played a part in our arriving at this moment. I cannot wait to continue with this work, to continue to make this place a special space in which community will grow and thrive, and I cannot wait to see the incredible transformation succeed. Thank you, each of you, for all you have done and will continue to do to make that happen.
Thank you, Shelley. This project has given me a lot of opportunities to meet and work with new people, one of which is a young lady, young in my boat, but Ryan Hargrave is the founder of the Onyx Development. Come on down, Ryan.
Wow, this is such a special day. Thank you, Barry, to the Pikesville Armory Board and staff, all of our elected officials here today, our veterans, supporters, and community members. My firm, Onyx, along with Seawall, is honored to be heading up the development for such a momentous project. It feels like the culmination of so much work we've done in Baltimore City, and we're honored to bring that ethos to the county. The Pikesville Armory is an incredibly unique site. It's a once-in-a-generation project, 14 acres, multiple historic buildings, and a rich military and community history. It's a once-in-a-lifetime project, not only for the Northwest Corridor of Baltimore County, but the state of Maryland as well. Onyx and Seawall were selected as the development partner in January of 2023, and we inherited an amazing board, supporters going back to the Governor's Commission, along with others that are so invested into the success and the reinvigoration of this site. We started the development process with a series of listening sessions during community meetings. Here, we were able to hear feedback from the community and figure out what the vision of the site could be. Early last year, we issued a request for proposals for our design team, and we have such amazing partners in Unknown Studio, our landscape architect, and Zigger Sneed, our architect. With this amazing team, we recently completed a vision plan process where we took the feedback from community meetings, the vision from the Governor's Commission, and the design team's tireless work of playing Tetris to get all of these needs into this one site. We're getting super close to figuring out that layout, and we're looking forward to starting schematic design for the full site. We're also thrilled to be starting construction on the NCO Club this spring, and that has a completion date of December 2024 this year. So we're super excited to bring you all back to the opening of the NCO Club. We're currently identifying future tenants for the site, and we are currently identifying future tenants for the site and understanding what their respective places on site might be. Our job is so much more than developing a 14-acre site. It's listening to community members, it's partnering with Baltimore County and the state of Maryland, it's engaging with philanthropists and potential donors, and overall it is serving. It's serving the Pikesville Armory Foundation, it's serving Pikesville community members and the entire surrounding areas. Serving and ensuring partnership is at the ethos of everything we do. It's at the forefront of every conversation, deliverable, and meeting that is held we have. We are honored to be on this ride, and we are so excited for what the next 4 years have in store. Thank you.
An early supporter and advocate of this whole project is this area's councilman, who is now the chairman of the Baltimore County Council, Izzy Patoka.
Thank you, Barry. Wow, what a crowd. You guys really turned out today. Before I start any remarks, and I believe I'm the last speaker and it's cold, so I'll be brief. But before I begin, let's give Barry and Shelley a great round of applause. So it wouldn't be an event here in the 2nd District if I didn't just say this. Welcome, everybody, to the beautiful 2nd District of Baltimore County. This is a really special place, and it's really something we need to do across the county and across the region is to invest in our older commercial corridors. They're fragile, they need to be tended to, and in this case, you're going to see a multi-dimensional approach from all levels of government that are really digging in and taking a deep dive into this place, and we're going to strengthen it. The County Council has taken one of the first steps, and appreciate my colleague, Councilman Julian Jones, being here. We took the first step by designating these 14 acres as a central community hub, which allows us to do multi-layered zoning within these 14 acres, within the footprint of these 14 acres. The community has always believed in this space, and we have heard, we government, we in leadership positions, we as elected officials, we in government have heard their strong belief, and we've responded. We've responded, as I mentioned, in terms of the Community Central Hub, but also we've responded with investment because in government, you articulate public policy and priority through your capital budget and your operating budget. So if someone makes a request and we say, that's good, but if we don't put it in the budget, it's not a priority and we're not setting public policy. But in this case, I have some great news for everybody. We have set public policy and we've identified the priority. So at the federal level, Senator Cardin has led the charge along with Congressman Dutch Ruppersberger and invested heavily in this place. At the state level, Governor Moore, Comptroller Learman, Speaker Jones, the 11th District team, Shelley Heddleman, Dana Stein, Cheryl Pastor, and John Cardin. And I'm going to give that shout out to the 44th District team, Alethea McCaskill as well. At the county level, Johnny O has been a champion for this place. And let's give Johnny an applause on that. And so this has become a priority for us. And this place is a local attraction, certainly, but it's also a regional destination point. It'll be a regional destination point. And so let me just say, in the spirit of regionalism, I've got some great news for everybody. My colleague from Baltimore City, Councilman Yitzi Schleifer, he's buying for refreshments at the NCO Club after this event. Is that right, Councilman Schleifer? Okay. So let me just say thank you to everyone that's here. It's a great day in the beautiful 2nd District of Baltimore County, and I am so pleased that you're here, and it touches me here in my heart and in my spirit. So thank you all so much.
Thank you, Izzy. That concludes our speakers. Now, I'm going to request that you listen very carefully before getting up. So we are having the ceremonial turning of dirt in this order. So the people in the picture will be facing this way, and so this would be called stage right. Okay. On the furthest part of stage right, and please remember your place, please, I will have Izzy Patoka, Dana Stein, Adrian Jones, Johnny Olszewski, Dutch Ruppersberger, yours truly, and then Governor Moore. And then on the other side would be Shelley Morheim, Ben Cardin, Shelley Heddleman, John Cardin, Cheryl Pasteur, and David Ginsburg. And Sue Needle. Okay, that's the first wave. Folks in the first wave, please go out. The second wave, and again, I